Cole Palmer. I love Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
I think he is fantastic. He is. We talked earlier on. Oh, Jack, you can finish with the music now. We talked earlier on about players stepping up for big games and single-handedly dragging their teams through it. We've talked about Kane, we've talked about Mbappe. I am not comparing those two to Cole Palmer, not yet anyway. But
you mean you're not comparing Cole Palmer to those, you mean?
Yeah, yeah. But what he has done for Chelsea this season, where they would be without him, is a lot further down that league tab. I think 14th without his goals and his assists. He has been a breath of fresh air. Even when they bought him off Man City for about £50 million, no one believed he'd be that good. Not even him, probably.
No, yeah, you're right. I mean, he when he went, I think it was, 47 million euros. No one thought he could be that. I'm guessing, I think I've heard Pep speak about him before, and he spoke and said that, listen, he couldn't promise him. I think Cole Palmer didn't have the patience, I think Pep said. He said that for 2 seasons he asked him to leave because he wanted to play week in, week out because he thought he was ready. And that takes a lot of doing, because when you look at what Pep's done for young players, to leave that behind, because it's almost like I don't think you can get a better like a manager, coach for your footballing education.
Like apprenticeship.
I don't think you can get one better than Pep. So the fact that he made that decision and was like, no, I'm ready to go now, fair play to him, and he went to Chelsea. Pochettino's a good coach. That's one thing I've always heard about Poch with young players. I mean, he looks at like Dele Alli, he's done well with. I know, obviously, I think Tim Sherwood was more the Kane element than Pochettino. But he's done well with young players. But for Cole Palmer to go to Chelsea and do this, impact this the way he has done, I mean, he looks incredible. One thing about him, he's quicker than I thought as well. Because when he picks up the ball, when he pops it off to go for a little 1-2, my goodness, when he puts his foot down, he just glides past people. And you're right, I think he's at the perfect club for him, I think.
Why do you say the perfect club? Because I don't think he's at the perfect club.
I think he is. And the reason why I say that...
Tell me why.
Because they're a team in transition, right? They've got a lot of young players at that club. Jackson's young, Mudrik's young, Chukwuemeka's young, Caicedo's young, Enzo's young. Do you know what I mean? They've got a lot of young players who they bought. Madueke's young. They've got a lot of players there that haven't got much experience, but they're almost developing together. Like Pochettino's a good coach. And I think him being the centrepiece of a massive club, because they are, like Chelsea, I think they will build that club around him, and it will suit the way that he plays. I think he's at the perfect destination. I really do.
21 goals, 9 assists in 30 appearances for Chelsea. Does he need to be playing Champions League football? Does he need European football? We talked about the fact that Chelsea might even get 6th spot.
Yeah, but I mean, this is his first proper season.
This is 5th. They could even get 5th, couldn't they?
Yeah, this is his first proper season, starting week in, week out, being a main man. So yes, at some point, he needs to be playing the Champions League, and I'm sure Chelsea at some point will get back to the Champions League, but not right now. I mean, as I said, this is his first proper full season playing week in, week out, and he's been exceptional. If he does this next season and Chelsea finish 7th, then it's a different discussion.
Then you've got a question.
Yeah.
For me, the answer is yes, without a shadow of a doubt. Is he signing of the season so far? Or so far? Is he the sign of the season?
He's in the conversation.
Who else is in that conversation?
Declan Rice is in the conversation.
Okay, now here's my thing with Declan. We love Declan Rice on the show, right? But for £100 million, is that not the player you're buying anyway?
No, because a lot of people saw him at West Ham and he was a 6, he was a holder.
Yeah.
He's almost transitioned to the 8. And just because you bought him for £100 million, it's still one of the, he's still performed, like, I think he's exceeded expectations.
If you can have a signing of the season for £100 million, so like you should be getting that.
Yeah, but okay, if people are asking in Germany about signing the season, Kane's going to be up there and they paid £100 million for him. The guy's got 44 goals.
Right, okay.
Do you know what I mean? So
last season, you know that Man City got, I think, 44 million for Haaland they paid.
Yeah.
If they would have paid 144 million and he scored all those goals and they won the treble.
He'd still be signing the season.
Would he?
Because they won the treble.
Okay, I don't know how.
If Arsenal win the league,
yeah,
Declan Rice will be at the centrepiece of that as to why Arsenal won the league.
Okay. Kai Havertz, £65 million, got absolutely pelters when he joined the club.
He's looking better and better, and he suits the way Arsenal play. I think
you got value for money.
Yeah, I do.
You have 65.
Yeah,
okay.
I do.
Would you?
At one point, I would have said no.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Signing of the season, is he in that conversation?
I wouldn't say Kai Havertz is in it, no, because of the way he started.
Okay.
Like, it took him a while, but Declan from day one, was at it.
Okay. Who else? Is it just those two? Or even I'll even throw in unsung heroes. Who's at the club that we're not talking about signing? For argument's sake, Trossard, right? Is he an unsung hero at your club?
Well, no, he came last year.
I know, but at your club, because I always feel with him, he's got a bit part role. Like if everyone's fit, he's not starting.
Well,
but what he does when he comes on, or when he does start,
minute, though,
I know he's starting on the left.
He is starting on the left. Do you know who would have had a few? And if it wasn't for injuries and and maybe a drop off in form. I mean, Spurs at the start of the season, Van der Ven, he looked incredible. Udogie.
Yeah, Maddison as well. I mean, he had a brilliant 6 months.
I thought the goalkeeper started off really well.
Yeah.
So I think they had a few. But obviously injuries and the lack of form, it's almost deserted them. But Cole Palmer for me for sure is in the conversation because he has been, proper.
Okay. We'll talk about Cole Palmer. I'm sure Chelsea fans want to have your say on him. Have they voted yet for Player of the Season at clubs? They haven't done that, have they yet? At clubs?
They're becoming
Cole Palmer won it today, did he, at Chelsea? Okay, well, there you go. So we didn't know that when we put the show together, right? That's coming in the last hour or two.
I mean, if he weren't...
There's no surprise there.
If there was ever going to be an obvious winner at a football
Who'd be
club,
second on that list, do you think?
Conor Gallagher. They'd have top two.
Of course, yeah.
Be them two easily.
Yeah.
Third's the one who gets the third place.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a big Cole Palmer fan. He's a big Man United fan, I'm led to believe. I mean, I would do everything to get him. Absolutely everything.
Yeah, but then you've got the same problem because you've got Bruno still there. That's Bruno's position. Oh, you play him off the right. I
don't care. I'd find a place.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.